Graduates and guests, may we have your attention, please? Convocation is about to begin. If you have a mobile device or pager with you, please turn it off or silence it during the ceremony. Thank you for your attention and congratulations. If able, please rise.
We wish to acknowledge this land in which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We're also grateful to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our scholars who graduate today. On their behalf, let us express gratitude for the support of their families and friends, and for the faculty and staff who have guided them in their pursuit of knowledge. Whatever our own traditions, let us reflect as we proceed through the convocation ceremony on the many years of effort, sacrifice, and success that have brought us to this time of celebration. In concilium universitatis Torontoensis vocatis sumus. Graduates, please remain standing. All guests, please be seated.
Insignissime cancellari, praesento tibi hosce scholares ut admentantur ad gradus verios, testorque eos queod omnia qua statuta requirunt aptus et idionenis esse.
Ad perfectum hues provinciae huesque magnae patriae, et ad perfectum omnium notionum omnibus internis connectarum, ego, ex autoritate mihi, et toti universitate commissa, admitto vos ad gratus varios. Coram ur vobis do, et poete quoque aut omnia conficiatis munera quae ad illos gratus pertinent.
Graduands, please be seated. Bonjour, hi, bonjour, Annie. My name is Alexandra Gillespie, and it's my great privilege to serve the University of Toronto as Vice President and Principal of the University of Toronto Mississauga. Today, I have the additional privilege of assisting our Chancellor, Wes Hall, in conducting this convocation. The university is an institution with deep historical roots and many enduring traditions. Among those is our use of the language of the medieval university in today's wonderful celebration. For those in attendance who are less fluent in Latin than I am, I did it at university, a translation may be helpful. It's actually also helpful for me because I forgot it as soon as I left university. For my part, I said, "Most distinguished Chancellor, I present to you these scholars that they may be admitted to the various degrees. And I bear witness that, as far as all things which the statutes require, they are fit and suitable." Much more significantly, from the standpoint of you, the graduating class, the Chancellor then replied, "To the benefit of this province, this great country, and to the worldwide community of nations, I, by the authority vested in me and in the whole university, admit you to your various degrees, grant you the rights, and ask of you the responsibilities of doing all those things which pertain to those degrees. And so, as my first order of business, I am able to salute you, the graduating class of 2025 from the University of Toronto, Mississauga. That's it, you're done. You just got your degrees. But we have more to do. I'd like to bid a warm welcome to everyone who has joined us here in historic Convocation Hall. Graduates, today the University of Toronto is formally recognising your hard work, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and this amazing milestone. Each of you, as a member of the graduating class, is joining an exceptional family of University of Toronto alumni. U of T has a global community of over 700,000 alumni in 196 countries. They are the university's living legacy and our greatest ambassadors. U of T alumni serve in leadership roles in every corner of the globe and in every walk of life. They're prime ministers, justices, scholars, authors, artists, community and business leaders, scientists, and professionals of every description. Their endeavours have shaped the world that we live in and the way that we understand that world. We have no doubt that the University of Toronto's high international standing can be attributed to generations of dedicated and very talented faculty and staff members, some of whom are up on this stage. But we also understand that this reputation has been built by our alumni, a group that now includes each and every one of you. So, to the graduating class, let me say thank you. Thank you for your many contributions to the university while you were a student. And thank you for what you will do as members of Canada's largest and, I believe, admittedly, I'm a bit biased, but most distinguished alumni community. One more word of thanks is in order. I'm sure that all the graduates here share a sense of gratitude for the friends and the family members who have helped bring them to this special day. And so I would ask you to join me and the platform party in thanking those people, your friends and your family, with an especially vigorous round of applause. Thank you to them. I have one more request. One of the distinguishing features of our convocation is that graduates come forward individually to be recognised. You then leave the stage using the ramp over there, exit out the door and around the hall. At that point, you will turn left and quietly re-enter the hall as your peers continue to be recognised. To this end, I would encourage you to think of the very last person who's going to be on stage. And I, in fact, know who that is going to be. It will be Xiaohun Zhu. Xiaohun, you there? There we go, hello. It's her. That one over there. So, everybody remember her and return to your seat. Thank you for your understanding and your assistance. And once more, warmest congratulations. It's now my privilege to introduce today's convocation speaker. Devendra Singh. Dr. Devendra Singh is an award-winning dermatologist and visionary healthcare leader renowned for reshaping dermatological care in Canada. As an advocate of equitable healthcare delivery, he founded Avant Derm, one of Toronto's most innovative and accessible dermatology clinics, to address systemic barriers that patients face in accessing timely specialist care. He is also a proud alumnus of U of T, and he played a key role in establishing Ontario's first endowed chair in Sikh studies at our own UTM. Please welcome Dr. Singh to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am humbled and honored to stand before you today. This moment is also deeply personal to me. My niece will graduate alongside you just next week in this very same hall. As a proud uncle, and she calls me her Chachaji, I couldn't be happier for her and for all of you as you prepare to take the world by storm. As I look across this incredible gathering, I can't help but think about how much this country has changed. I was born and raised in Peterborough, a small town of 50,000 people. I had the most incredible childhood and teenage years there, full of friendships, joy, and laughter. One thing Peterborough did not have was ethnic diversity. I used to joke to my friends that there were only 3 people wearing turbans in Peterborough. That was me, my dad, and my brother. That was it. Then I went to Queen's University for med school and undergrad. No booze yet, that's great. Okay, good. Once again, there were only 3 of us wearing turbans. Me, my good friend Amr, my good friend Avtar. We remain brothers to this very day. Later, I started my career as a family doctor in a town called Iroquois Falls in Northern Ontario. There were only 5,000 people there. There wasn't even one street light, just a bunch of stop signs. But for some reason, we had a Tim Hortons. There, though, I wasn't so lucky. The nearest person wearing a turban at that time was over 300 kilometers away. Now, of course, counting turbans is not the ultimate test of diversity, but it's amazing to see how this country has changed and how you, the graduating class of the University of Toronto Mississauga, represent that change so beautifully. You are the face of Canada's future. On the topic of turbans, what I would love to do is share with you the 3 pillars of Sikhi, or Sikhism. These are Guru Nanak's core teachings, fundamental values, and these values transcend race, religion, ethnicity, gender. They are, quite simply, universal human truths. I'm going to simply graze the surface and give you some personal advice along with it, but I believe these values can guide all of us in such powerful ways. The 3 pillars are Nam Japo, Kirat Karo, and Vand Chako. And we're going to explore each one of those briefly. The first one, Nam Japo. At its core, Nam Japo means to connect with the divine or meditate on the name of God. But you don't need to be religious to apply it. It's about being mindful, being present, being aware. It's a practice of stillness in a noisy world. It allows you to clear your thoughts and focus on your inner purpose and your inner values, because deep in here is where your passion lies. Now, Warren Buffett bought his first stock at the age of 11. The world's greatest investor, the Oracle of Omaha, said he was simply wired to do that. That's wonderful for him. I wasn't so lucky. After first year medical school, I thought of dropping out. I felt lost. Everyone around me seemed driven, focused, inspired. I just didn't seem to have that spark or that passion. It wasn't until I began practicing medicine in Iroquois Falls, caring for patients, and feeling their trust that something ignited inside of me. That sense of purpose grew, but it grew quickly and it grew fiercely. If you don't feel passionate today, that's okay. I didn't either at your age. Just be curious, be still, be honest with yourself, because in that stillness, your true path begins to whisper, just like it did for me. The second one is Kirat Karo. This principle is about earning an honest living through hard work and integrity. It teaches daily effort, even when it is hard. It teaches you to show up, not to give up. It teaches you to do the right thing. This kind of dedication leads to success. But success is never a smooth line upwards. Oh no, it's a jagged sawtooth thing like this that eventually gets up there, but you're going to experience all the ups, all the downs, and all the sharp edges in between. Life will throw you lots of curveballs, and I've received my fair share of those, whether it's a relationship issue, a loss of a family member, financial setbacks, or even just moments of deep self-doubt. Each one of those felt like something that would break me, but you must not break. You must stay strong, and you can do that through hard work and integrity. We have a beautiful concept in Sikhi called Chardikala. It means to remain in high spirits with eternal optimism, even during hardships. Some of the most inspiring people I know have this trait. My father-in-law is actually one of them. Always cheerful, always resilient. If you can pair a strong work ethic, kirtkaro, with a state of eternal optimism, Chardikala, that's a 1-2 punch that nobody can beat. And I promise you, the world will not break you. The third one is Van Chako. This is about giving back. There's a myth that we give back once we've made it, once we're rich, once we've retired, once we have time, once we're ready. But that's not how giving works. You don't need to be wealthy to be generous. You just need to be willing. Some of the most meaningful moments in my life came when I felt least ready. At the age of 26, when I was a young doctor up north, working every other night in the emergency, having a full family practice, running a nursing home, I was busy. My neighbor, who was not my patient, was battling terminal cancer. She had just finished chemo, she had lost all of her hair, and she was devastated. She told her husband she wanted to dance. Line dancing was her passion, just one more time with him. But she wouldn't leave the house. She was too embarrassed. She didn't want a wig, she didn't want a hat. She called me over and she said to me, "I want a bright red turban, just like yours." It floored me. I was the only turban-wearing person she had ever known. No one had ever asked that of me before. I tied it for her, gently, with all the love I had. She went out, she danced. A few weeks later, she passed, peacefully at her home. To this day, nearly 30 years later, I still feel that. This is what giving does. It transforms not just the receiver, but the giver. Giving your time, your kindness, your empathy, your presence, these are the most valuable gifts of all. Start now. Start small, but just start. In closing, we started talking about turbans as a symbol of identity. We return to them, not as a mark of tradition, but as a thread that connects. I'll admit, I was a bit nervous about speaking with you today, not because of this large audience, but because I wanted to leave you with something meaningful that would stick with you, something that might help you on your journey. The truth of this, most of this will likely be forgotten, probably by tomorrow, maybe after the parties tonight, and that's okay. But if even one idea stays with you, one story, one value, one spark that helps you, then I'll count this as a win, and I hope you will too. So, as you step forward into this new chapter of your lives, let me leave you with this. Number 1, find your purpose. Number 2, work with integrity. Number 3, give generously. And always, always, always remain in Chardikala, in the spirit of eternal optimism. This has been an honor and a privilege. I thank you. And congratulations, class of 2025. Carry your values high like a bright red turban. And may your journeys be bold, beautiful, and bright. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name's Elizabeth Cowper. I'll be reading the names today. And could you just, well, I'll thank you for your patience as we get all the students, all the graduating students lined up. Thank you. So, Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates from the University of Toronto, Mississauga, who are being admitted to the degree of Honours Bachelor of Science. Tina Jiani Lin. Victor Lin. Tong Ling. Aaron Xiaozhou Liu. Isaac Liu. Selena Liu. Alina Shuyo Liu. Xiaoting Liu. Shui-Ching Liu. Emily Lowe. Mats Loeth. Alia Luadi. Benjamin Lother. Qinglin Lu. August Sarah Lu. Rachel Zheyu Lu. Hassan Khalid Luay. Karandeep Singh Lubana. Rui de Ma. Ji Zhang Ma. Olivia Elizabeth MacDonald. Nitish Madabusi. Merve Madeda. Buhira Madni. Mun Hin Ma. Ramit Kaur Mahal. Riti Mahi. Seema Mahmalji. Alia Mahmood. Warda Mahmood. Antonio Milidrag Majic. Asma Makuk. Zainab Mamai. Man Shun Kyu Charlotte. Aidan Mannery. Micah Dominic Manikad. Ke-I Mao. Wen Xiao Mao. Vince Yuen Makiling. Christy Marcos. Nina Morello. Sophia Rose Martishak. Warisha Mashoud. Keelan Mason. Mariam Matar. Prabjot Kaur Mataru. Kavita Mativarnan. Navya Mathur. Michelle Matos Parodi. David Patrick Mazur. Robert Kenneth McClymont. Liam McFadden. Quinn Robbie McGovern. Asma Mira Safir. Arisha Ehsan Mehar. Raima Meharin. Saman Mahmood. Neil Mehta. Polina Melnikova. Catherine Ann Mendel McLeod. Gauri Santosh Menon. Rachel Meyerowitz. Marta Mhana. Mohammed Hussein Mhana. Julia Nella Migas. David Miho. Mujda Marabi. Mahil Mirza. Ananti Mishra. Yumna Ayman Abdel Sabur Abdelazim Mohammed. Saira Mohammed. Jolo Jolene Mojika. Amelia Ruth Moore. Mateus Menezes Moreira. Isabel Villaruz Morenos. Mobina Moshirifar. Isabel Nicole Moss. Stefan Tevin Ashira Mota. Omar Mustafa. Maria Lori Mutu. Tokoloho Mpela. Musab Muhammad. Siddhartha Mukherjee. Mahlet Yared Mulugeta. Akash Munipale. Rija Mustafa. Mohsin Muzammil. Nakash. Warda Nadim. Bisma Naim. Fiza Naim. Huda Naim. Tanvir Nagra. Liliana Mataya Naji. Salim Najmi. Veronica Eva Nalavaiko. Michael Orfao Napolitano. Manahil Nasir. Hanin Nasir. Sajawul Noman. Laura Sofia Neira Diaz. Chanel Ng. Joshua Chunchit Ng. Eileen Sum Yue Ngo. Celia Lidi Ngunu Jomeni. Alex Huing Nguyen. Andrea Jennifer Nguyen. Le Nguyen. Kainat Nisar. Zach New. Chiamaka Onyinyechuku Nyakenyi. Tara Lynn Noble. Kenya Obianuju Jade Nwafo. Ryan Oakley. Hei Yun Oh. Yoshihiro Oh. Milos Ostojic. Malika Epiphany Wedraugo. Danielle Owusu Ajaman. Mary John Osbeck. Christina Padera. Daniela Lourdes Palencia Quesada. Daniel William Palin. Tung Pan. Tarshni Pandya. Chi Sin Pang. Put Pantrat. Rachel Hebby Park. Sungu Park. Yunjun Park. Afreen Parpya. Fani Pataki. Avisha Patel. Dhanvi Patel. Harsh Patel. Harshal Patel. Jamin Mayangpai Patel. Kevin Bhaskar Patel. Krish Patel. Miguel Patel. Natik Patel. Nikki Patel. Meg Rajesh Patak. Niharika Patibandla. Renee Jeanne Patungan. Rebecca Teresa Patricia Paveo. Matteo Giuseppe Paventi. Rojda Sarah Paidash. Adam Jan Penjikiewicz. Pranit Venkata Ratna Pisipati. Sarah Madison Pegg. Maria Luisa Linazi Peraki. Julinka Clarissa Pereira. Tahara Pereira. Madelina Cristina Perez Quesada. Michaela Irene Perry Wessler. Ngok Fulung Ling Pham. Vu Long Pham. Teresa Pham Le. Daniel Ta Phan. Ethan Fan. Quitsmar Tut Fot. Johara Kyle Kiao Pidor. Gabriela Caprice Pisani. Daniele Joseph Poli. Megan Danielle Pon. Marcelo Alexander Ponce. Danielle Purahimi. Ashik Prince. Teodora Prnyat. Brandon Michael Profesorski. Sanuja Lakshani Punchihewa. Excuse me. Isha Nayab. Muhammad Abdul Qadir. Zoha Kamar. Bilal Qasim. Alan Chow. Zihan Chu. Michelle Kwok. Elise Marie Jenkinson Quadri. Ian Kwang. Cameron Quinney. Momin Qureshi. Zayan Rabbani. Noor M. Rada. Anya Radin. Kaylee Rador. Farzana Rahman. Mariam Binta Rahil. Mohammed Hakim bin Rahim. Mariam Reina. Keshani Rajaratnam. Stephanie Priya Rajkumar Singh. Nathan John Ralph. Hemavati Vaishavi Ram. Aya Muhammad Reda Ramadan. Amirul Hazik bin Ramli. Vanessa Asha Ramratan. Manvir Singh Randhawa. Seja Lee Ranta. Haris Faisal Rao. Dylan Matthew Raposo. Adam Rashid. Mahda Rashid. Ranosa Ratichelvan. Tajshaini Raviraj. Wesna Raufi. Iman Noura Safia Razvi. Celine Fernandez Remelar. Kadira Keda Richards. Emma Faith Riley. Ivory Craigie Perlas Rivera. Muhammad Zaid Rizwan. Sofia Roberto. Caitlin Rogers. Yasmin Rojas. Daniela del Rosario Romani Chaparro. Maria Jose Romero Orihuela. Marvin Richard Rupchan. Jordi Christian Tariq Rosen. Allison Nicole Roth. Martina Rubino. Madison Jordan Ruddock. Nipun Rustagi. Sierra Rose Rustami. Alexander Ryabchenko. Ava Sadat. Maryam Sadek. Ashna Sadiq. Sofia Mercedes Sadala Abad. Jaideep Singh Saini. Luke Allen St. Jean. Irtiza Salim. Sasha Samuk. Harnoordeep Singh Samra. Yoshiyuki Sanada. Connor Ashton Santino. Michelle Santos. Sana Sarin. Mayuri Satyasilan. Kazuma Sawai. Safa Sayed. Sreya Binta Saeed. Amanda C. Schleimer. Elena Tsuji Schuster. Bailey Seward. Eric Ryan Selvaggi. Mikhail Semyonovsky. Freya Bhavesh Shah. Jenna Dharmesh Kumar Shah. Nandini Shah. Adib Ibn Shahid. Shariz Amar Muazzam bin Shahrul Nizam. Iman Sheikh. Rumana Sheikh. Layan Mohammed Shaltaf. Olivia Marie Shandik. Adusi Chandra Mohan. Travis Shao. Zakira Sharif. Malvika Sharma. Vaishnavi Sharma. Hania Shaukat. Sandra Thomas Hills Shea. Aima Aziz Sheikh. Tamsil Ahmed Sheikh. Anastasia Shalomentseva. Haley Shepard. Christina Marie Shepard Greenhow. Anoushka Suresh Shetty. Ivan Olegovich Shevchenko. Tamara Shihab. Noor Shwaib. Dhir Shukla. Noor Sibai. Ayesha Siddiqa. Arush Siddiqui. Rayan Siddiqui. Jasmine Sidhu. Lainey Brooke Simpson. Laura Simpson. Vanessa Yinshun Sin. Alicia Singh. Deep Singh. Devanshu Atul Singhvi. Pranav Sinha. Chuk Hei Siu. Fiona Anna Slavin. Pamela Slateholm. Justin James Smith. Maya Sonia Smith. Abira Sohail. Neha Sohail. Jake Sokolov. Sam Soltani. Jackson Peter Sprung. Nicole Agata Stepniak. Taylor Rose Strawn. Edmund Sue. Yuri Su Che. Boyin Sun. Ke Yu Sun. Wen Tao Sun. Yachi Sun. Youngjae Alicia Sung. Nicholas Susanto. Tamzin Swanepoel. Imad Sayed. Mikhail Ali Sayed. Chloe Georgina Antonia Syriac. Patrick Schustak. Amara Tabassum. Dorsa Tafazoli. Muhammad Usman Tahir. Aisha Tajvar. Alexandria Esma Tan. Joseph Yi Tang. Samuel Abraham Tang. Brianna Tapia Deerking. Abel Tariku. Khizar Tariq. Talha Tariq. Olivia Tarka. Maniha Toheed. Reza Wuntima Tayyib. Giovanni Tedesco. Nicholas Armand John Teixeira. Ekaterina Ten. Roanne Jasmine Terte. Jia Hui Tai. Jay Packer. Kiati Tapar. Janakan Tarahan. Tanisha Thompson. Kavya Randi Tilakaratna. Maya Garcia Tingchalun. Abigail Lillian Titterell. Nadiva Christiana Chahyadi. Justina Todorova. Diana Joy Rodolfo Toledo. Shayla Sukya Tombran Amyot. Philip Joseph Tomchishin. Noel Toms. Christina Francis Tonkovic. Amaris Jubilee Perez Torquato. Ibrahim Totten. Yvonne Miching Tove. Alicia Tran. Brittany Tran. Calvin Tran. Fu An Chan. Vincent Fan Tran. Katerina Turkova. Krishna Hitesh Trivedi. Pan Liam Tu. Ryan Roman Ugovshek. Zainab Umar. Ryan Unrau. Burak Urehman. Veronica Maria Valituti. Tandava Krishna Vanapilli Nursimulu. Theodore Armand Vasile. Mariana Vasquez Coello. Jorge Alberto Velázquez. Gabrielle Jean Ibarra Villaruz. Evan Villanueva. Angelina Vistica. Huang Vo. Daria Wozniuk. Isabella Suzanne Vru. Nigel McCord Walker. Sunny Shishu Wan. Wang Anbang. Simon Wang. Yuling Wang. Jeremy Ward Paquette. Katrina Rose Watson. Lan Shren Wei. Emily Wen. Robin Mackenzie White. Rayshawn Jade White. Michaela Wijanta. Kaylee Patrice Deidre Williams. Kyrie Williams. Andrew Jonathan Wilson. Alexander Gregorio Wong. Kenneth Wong. Makis Tse-Hin Wong. Max Robert Wong. Si-Han Wong. Keshav Warather. Conrad Wozniak. Dylan Wright. Chuk Lam Alsace Wu. Lee Xin Wu. Susanna Wu Zheng. Hansen Chiang. Leo Xiao. Xu Heng. Jennifer Xu. Jiayi Xu. Miao Ting Yang. Mingyu Yang. Pengfang Yang. Xinyue Yang. Yeqi Yang. Zheng Hao Yang. Cassandra Yanga. Garth He Yao. Setmini Yapa. Jia Ye. Perry Elizabeth Yi. Victoria Lauren Yi. Aram Yegane Manesh. Wayne Michael Young. Khan Utku Yigit. Yilin Yin. Alexander Ho-Yin Yip. Faith Rebecca Young. Rami Yunis. Ibrahim Mohammed Kamel Yusuf. Mohammed Amin Yusuf. Zoha Yusuf. Jonathan Yu. Jerry Yuan. Travis Yuan. Natalia Maria Zagoriti. Andy Jang. Brian Zhang. Qijing Zhang. Emily Huiting Zhang. Haoxin Zhang. Zhang Shiman. Alan Zilun Zhao. Junhao Zhong. Jingxiang Zhou. Zhenli Zhou. Pengzhou Zhu. Zeping Zhu. Erdong Zhuang. Elisevieta Zoloto Trubova. Leonid Zuber. Yasra Zuberi. Right. Candidates from the University of Toronto, Mississauga, who are being admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science. Hui Kien Nguyen. Andrea del Pilar Vulcano. Xiao Han Zhu.
On behalf of the University of Toronto, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I hereby admit all of those candidates not here present to their degrees in absentia.
As we conclude Convocation, I wish to thank all of you for your participation and patience. To the families and friends and to those in the procession, let me say thank you. You have made this a more memorable event for each member of the graduating class. I would also like to thank Chancellor West Hall for presiding over today's ceremony. I wish to thank as well the many other colleagues and friends of the university who participated in the convocation, whose names you'll find in the program. And I now invite the Chancellor to bring today's ceremony to a close.
As I bring this convocation ceremony to a close on this, your special day, I hope we'll see you often in the years to come, and I invite you to stay connected. We will be very interested in your journey, and we know that you will make an impact for the better in whatever path you choose. Concilium demissum est.